tonight to make a few quid for ourselves. Speaking of making money, our next speaker, Louise, is going to talk to us about how you can make some serious money through the use of email. Louise once told me that she loves emails, and I thought, how could somebody possibly love email? And then she spoke to me a bit about some of the global campaigns she's worked on and some of the serious money that was generated as a result. So now I completely understand where she's coming from, but I'll leave it to Louise to explain it a bit more detail to you.
How do you follow Michael? Right, well, as Denise says, I'm Louise. I'm one of the digital marketing consultants at Purple Dot, and there's quite a few faces here that I've met with before from the Inspire programme, so it's nice to see you all today. And I'm going to chat to you today about email marketing and how you can make money for your business from it. Right, so this is it's a shirt factory floor, and in Northern Ireland we would have been the industry leaders for the textile industry. No one would have made shirts better than us, and we were inexpensive. We made top shirts for top brands. But with technology, we made the world a smaller place. And while this is great for the likes of me and a lot of the digital people in here, we love digital, we love technology, and we love reaching out to different countries. For some industries, it just wasn't great, and if they weren't prepared, they failed. By the year 2003, the shirt factories were largely gone from Northern Ireland, and we lost a lot of jobs. In 1 week alone, in 2003, we lost 3,000 jobs in this industry. The reason I'm talking about these guys in particular, this is a Savile Row company and they're in Castle Dawson, is because it's a recurring theme that we've been talking about today, embracing change. And the Castle Dawson, the team there at the Savile Row company, they had 3 factories at this time. Now they only have 1, but they're still here, and there's a reason why. A lot of these people that would have been their comrades in the industry, they're gone now. You'll see some of them there that are completely gone, some of them are in a much lower capacity. But in the year 2000, the Savile Row company decided that they would make a website. The internet wasn't new in 2000, but an e-commerce website was fairly new. And they were seeing forward, they would have a website where people could see the stock, and they stopped making shirts for other people. Instead they bought shirts in and rebranded them under their own name. After the website then, they moved into email marketing. By 2003, they started email marketing, and email like this goes out to their database 3 to 5 times a week, and it brings them right into the inboxes, right into the faces of their customers and their clients. It doesn't just make them money, it reminds people that they're there. Email marketing is now their 3rd biggest form of revenue, and it's also their biggest customer retention tool. And if I go back a couple of slides there, just to this picture that was taken in the early 90s, some of these people are still here. John with his clipboard at the front was doing quality control in this picture. He was working on the shirt factory floor. John now dispatches 90,000 shirts a year. And there's another group just going on from eBay. They're big eBay sellers. It's a good form of revenue for them. Mary's in there and she's a machinist. Mary now travels to eBay in London and Dublin on a monthly basis. So they took the opportunity, and just the moral of their story is that with foresight, you can create opportunities. So in this line of work, you kind of go to a lot of talks because you want to keep up to date. And I was at one recently, and the speaker said in 2010 there were an estimated 107 trillion emails sent. And as an email marketer, I'd never actually thought about how many were sent. And then as the guy was talking, I started to think, I think I might have sent quite a lot of those. So I started to work it out, because I've been email marketing for 4 years. So I thought, we'll just take 1 year. And the year before I joined Purple Dot, I started to go, right, what were my mailing lists, say £90,000 a shot, and worked out how many I sent in a week. And I nearly fell off my seat because I sent 26,838,000 emails in 1 year. And that was just me alone. I pressed send for all of those. So it's, like I said earlier, it's not always about money with email, it's about getting your message out to people. But I like money, and Darryl said earlier it's not all about money, and I like to know that I'm making money with what I do. So I thought, well, what's the average? What did I get from those emails? And for the businesses that I was working with, email marketing in 1 year brought £2,626,000. I don't want to blind you too much to my figures, it's hard to keep them all in your head. But to sit with a package and press send and bring in that amount of money, I did this in Northern Ireland. I didn't leave the country to do that. I did this here for companies here. So there's no reason why you can't replicate this for yourselves. Right, so as a mentor, email marketing, people would like to do it, but the misconception is then that they think that there's a subscription for it. And there is, yeah, for large packages, large data packages like Silver, Pop or Recircle, you will be paying a lot of money for your platform, but you'll get a lot back from that. But Constant Contact, for example, is £10 per month for 500 sends. Or what we use most often for small businesses would be MailChimp, because with MailChimp you can send 12,000 emails to 2,000 subscribers for free. So it's a good way to test the water and see if you can get on board with email marketing. It's also a very intuitive package. It tells you what you need to do. So we've decided on a platform, and the next best thing then would be, people would say, we have no email addresses, we've never gathered any email addresses. Now this is not, you just can't go through Yale and start picking out email addresses to email them, because you can't do that. You have to have people's permission to email them. And the thing about email marketing is it's not about the quantity of emails you have, it's the quality. The people who sign up for you willingly are probably going to be better on your list, because they'll respond to your emails better. So there's a few wee tips about how to get it, and this is for Office's website, which has a popover just to get people to sign up directly into their mailing list. Or you can integrate like a sign up box somewhere on your site as well. You can integrate an app into your social media. This is Aurora and Dungannon, and their third box over there, I don't know if you can see it, has got a little envelope. That is integrated directly into their MailChimp, so any customers who sign up on Facebook go straight into MailChimp for the Aurora shop. You can do it the old-fashioned way, run a competition in store with just a wee box sitting there and people fill in their details, pop it in the box, and you'll draw a prize, but you have to make sure that you say that you're going to keep their details as well. This is good because you can also add in a phone number, so say, I don't know if some of you've got the text that was a reminder for today, it's good if you've got an incentive and you've got a phone number and you can just sort of update them with what's going on. Or finally, the good old-fashioned way where you have like a sign-up form on your desk, and every customer that goes through your shop or your business, you say, could you just give me your details? Because people generally, they don't want you to feel they want to connect with you. We're talking about social, yeah, people like to connect with you. So it's very important to be transparent. You can't take people's details and not let them know. So if you're given a prize, you're given an incentive to get them to sign up, go, yeah, we're giving you a weekend away, but we're keeping your details. So I'm just going to give you a wee example of how you can email market and say, this is, it's easy to email market when you've got an e-commerce shop. You can send an email through and you can watch people convert to sales through the shop. It's a bit harder whenever you're trying to work out how many people came into your shop and you're not online. So we're going to use a cafe for an example. And this could be any cafe, just say someone up in Armagh. And say they're having like a tough week, the footfall's down, they really want to get some people into their shop. And they've spent maybe 6 months cultivating an email list. There's only 200 people on it, so say we've got a mailing list of 200. And we can, we've overstocked of, say, we could give a free panini with a scone or a free scone panini. You can take your mailing list of 200 people. You can take an image of the people in your cafe drinking coffee, having a panini together, having a social time, smiling at each other. And we know that from MailChimp, the average open rate for the food industry is 45.4%. So we can set that all up in MailChimp, have our email ready to go, and we can blast our database of 200 people. Now, because we know that that's the open rate, we can expect 95 of those people to open the email. 10 people might decide to visit from that, and generally people don't visit a cafe by themselves, so we're probably going to bring a friend, and each person's going to spend about £5 each. So that cafe owner has put £100 in their till for between half an hour to an hour of work. And it's a good example because you're going to have lunchtime specials if you're a cafe, so you can do this up to 5 times a week. You can hit people that are in office blocks because I know sometimes I bring my lunch into work, and if I get an email from somewhere that's got something nicer, I just go, oh, I just think that's £3 down in Sandra's, I think I'll go and get my lunch there. And this can be replicated for any industry. It doesn't have to be a cafe, it can be a charity, it can be anything, that, any idea, any incentive you have to bring people in, get it an email and hit them. Now, one of the questions that I was asked as a mentor recently was, what's the colour that makes people buy things? It was somebody was building up an email and they wanted some people to convert straight away. And you can just think about that for a second, because they kind of threw me. I was going, oh, what's the colour that makes people buy things? And the truth is, right, there's no colour that makes people buy things, but you can influence people by the use of your colour. And the rest of this talk probably will be about connecting with people. And say yellow, for example. Yellow's like a noticeable colour. It's great for highlighting an offer. Or say red would denote urgency, and you want to get moving with something. It would be used a lot for sale marketing, because people think whenever they see red, oh, I need to get that now. That's not going to last much longer. Blue would be a sensible, corporate, trustworthy colour, and green would be very easy on the eyes. Black, for example, would be it's used a lot in the car industry or for luxury products. And I'm not saying that you should use all of these colours, but you will find something that fits in nicely with your brand, and it is important. And if you have like a corporate identity, work with that, and then start to find which colours work best with that. And you'll find that you can influence people that way subconsciously.